we are finally going to put on the rear diff cover. It's over here, which you've seen already, but there's a lot more other stuff going to go on this truck. Little box over there, kind of a big box there. You'll get to see it if you watch my shorts. You'll already know. Okay, so I just got home from my drive home from work. Obviously, I'm still in my work clothes. So I'm going to I just pulled in. I drive about 30 minutes. So this is a good test. I'm gonna grab my temperature gun. I'm gonna put it as close as I can to the rear differential here. Don't mind my Exxon Valdez here ran aground and have oil leaks. We are going to get that fixed, by the way. Big stuff coming to this truck very soon. Stay tuned for some shorts. So, let's get this as close. We'll hold it right against it. See what we got. 120.7 degrees, right in the middle. There you guys have it. So, we're going to go ahead and throw the other cover on here. And then I'm going to do the same drive and then test it also and see what we get. So, I did change this fluid about a year ago. It is about a year old. I mean, that stuff you see dripping up there is from the AC on. It's just water. But, so the fluid's not that old in this. Now, I'm pretty sure this only holds like 3-ish quarts. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, because I don't remember. I'm sorry. Here we go on the Spelab's website for the differential cover. Now, here is mine. Its cost is $480.99. I know that's a lot. It's billet. The cast one is about half of that. Once I go back down to it, it'll show you here $249.99 for the cast one. So that is way cheaper than the billet one. I just got it to be different because I've never really seen a billet rear differential cover. Every one they make is cast. Here they're comparing them. They got cast aluminum, and billet aluminum ones. Here's a little parts breakdown of like the specific rear end I have in my truck, and here's a little breakdown of like the magnet fill plug they got, the sight glass, and how the fluid flows better on their billet one, how they machine the insides, and here's like a little animation they show you, like, you know, a stock one. So going here, see like ATS diesel, the mag high-tech rear ones, the Banks rear diff covers, they're all cast aluminum. Now, they're very similar in price. You can see around $300, $250, $200 range. So that is a lot cheaper than the billet one, however, but not so much cheaper than the $250 regular cast one. So what do you think? We're just going to kind of make sure this is right by matching the gasket up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get this old cover off here. I literally just changed this like a year ago. Not even the fluid in this. Let's get this off of here. Here's the gasket, the cover. I checked this just to be sure. It's like an extra drain plug or check plug. It is any day now, a 5 millimeter Allen. Down here, check this plug, it's a 12 millimeter. That's the drain, make sure that's tight, obviously. And the fill plug at the top is a 14 millimeter. And then the new bolts you get to put on are Allen's also, and they are a 1/4 inch. So we need to make sure also that these are the same thread as the old bolts. So let's go get the old ones out. The old ones are 1/2. I'm just going to go ahead and break them all loose with a ratchet before I go nuts with the impact gun. I wish I would have brought my extension under here. Ouch. Got a little light because it is getting dark. Hope this comes off easily. I doubt it because I used Permatex's, the right stuff. And I'm sure it's going to fight me. Because these bolts are already fighting me. Ow. It doesn't hurt to, you know, I've never heard of anything breaking because you change the fluid too much. So go ahead and get the bottom ones off here so we can get it draining. And we didn't want that to happen. Just retain these old ones. Of course, I'm going to keep them just in case. We don't want to take, you know, all of them off because you'll end up with a big mess. I don't know what those tabs are for. Somebody knows, fill me in. Don't know. Alright, so these are pretty loose. We're going to go ahead and just loosen these, you know, adequately. And see if we can get this thing broke loose off of here. There, it breaks loose. You hear that pop? Look at that fluid. It's still clean. That's amazing. Wow. I wasn't kidding when I only changed it a year ago. There it goes. Getting a little crazy there. Hopefully this pan don't fill up. I didn't think about that. There we go. Alright, get that all broke loose. You know what else I didn't think of? A rag. Yeah, where's my brain at? Let's get a rag. There you have it. We got the old cover off. The bolts are about the same length, but I'm kind of skeptical on the threads because these got a little silicone in them. So we are using AMSOIL Severe Gear 7590 weight. It is a full synthetic, and as you can see, that stuff is a year old and it's still really clean. Now we need to make sure, you know, obviously they're the right length too, because if you go too nuts with too long of bolts, you could like crack the housing or something. So we're gonna go ahead and get that scraped off there and sand it real good, clean it real good, get some brake cleaner on there, and we're ready to throw the new cover on. And we're back. So we got it all cleaned up under there. There's the old cover, all clean. Got it all sanded, nice, shiny, clean. Brake cleaned, wiped it down, got the extra fluid out of the bottom. So we did check to make sure one of the bolts fit. Now here's a really important thing that people skip. You want to spray out all these holes to make sure there is no fluid in there, especially these bottom ones, because guess what? When you put a bolt in this hole, engine people know, this is a cast housing. If you put a bolt in here with fluid in it, this thing called hydraulic pressure happens, and there's nowhere for the fluid to go, and it will just push as you're tightening the bolt and crack the housing. Imagine that. I'm just gonna double check these. We are ready to go now. Let that dry. Let's go get the other gasket ready to go. Let's get this drain pan out of the way, because you know that's a nuisance. If you bump that, that's gonna be a big old mess all over you. Man, that thing's full. And the easy part, which I shouldn't say easy, is adding the fluid. So here we go. We got the other cover all ready to go on. Now, these bolts that they give you are Allen heads. And I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not. They got a little lock washer on them. Make sure you put the lock washer on them. I don't know that there's a torque spec on this rear differential. But I'm just going to, you know, tighten them like a wheel. Go around. Make sure it's all tight. With a hand, well, you know, obviously with a ratchet, you know, you don't want to impact them on, but we're going to get a few started. So here we go, guys. Got a couple of bolts right here. What would probably make your life easier is a little lineup bar. But, like a little tiny pick or something, but I do not possess that here. Because this thing's also like 15 pounds, by the way. It is heavy. Make sure the gasket's not ripped or it's sitting weird somewhere. Should be close right there, yep. Already got the socket on the extension. You're definitely going to need an extension. This is long as crap. Got this other bolt started over here. I can't really see this side the greatest. Oh, it's, again, a lineup bar would probably work wonders. And if you didn't do this in the dark, would probably help also. Let's get one started maybe down here where we can see what's going on. Yeah, so take a peek with the light. Get the rust in your face. Make sure the gasket's not like rolled over or something. You know, we're looking all good here. Looks all good. Pick it out if you have to. Go ahead and wipe our hands off. Maybe put this light in a nice different spot. Perfect. And we'll get all the bolts started. I think I'm going to need a longer extension after further analysis of this. Looks like this housing is made so the lock washers, I should say, are recessed into the cover. It looks like it fits pretty good, so that's good. So a quick trick, grab one of these instead to get all your bolts started, because it's not like a socket and it's like real bulky here, and there's not a whole lot of room around that ring. So this will definitely get you in there real good. See? Real nice. Little trick. We got them all on there, all the bolts. I wish they would have put the drain plug or the fill plug over here, because this is right in the way of your exhaust. So if they would have put it over here, it's like right in the middle, right in the open. Maybe just right in the middle of the top would be perfect. Also, if you see down here, it doesn't quite fit perfectly at the bottom. See that? Just a little bit. But at the top, it's like fine. Like it fits nice and flush. So we're going to go ahead and get these snugged up and then get this drain, or fill, I keep saying drain plug, fill plug out, which I brought the wrong socket. Get that, and we will fill it up. We are all tightened up. I went around them. I did every other one. I only used the ratchet like this, because keep in mind this is aluminum. It will crack. It's billet. Maybe if there's something off a little bit about the housing, it might tweak it one way or the other. So anyways, like I was saying, you should not have to ever take this off again, because it has a drain right here. So you can just drain it. Leave this on here for the whole life of the vehicle. We got to take the little shiny cover off there. These are a pain because you got to take every one of them off. I only really cut one. Where would I put my knife? I only cut one top. And then there's a seal, a safety seal inside here. I cut one top and just keep switching it to the next one. These bags are really convenient because you can squeeze them all. Now the old one took about 3 quarts. Let's see how much this one will take, because it is a lot larger. So we put 2 in here. I think I'm going to put another one in here because 2, it started coming out this hole. I might just let it settle and put another one in. I'm going to check the specs again on the stock one and see how many it takes. So I had to remove the light. So stock, it takes 3 to 3.6 in here. We got 3 in it, and I looked it up. It should be about in the middle of this sight glass on an aftermarket one. So we're going to go ahead and put a 4th one in it and see where it gets it. We did drain, I don't know, I'd say that's about 3-ish quarts out of it. So we're going to go ahead and put another one in it. We got no leaks, so that is good. That is just from it running out from that hole. I went and put the 4th one. I barely put hardly any of the 4th one in it, to be honest with you. And it filled that sight glass clean to the top real quick, because it's kind of hard to see, and I was watching because the fill hole's up here. And I think we're going to be good there. So, I mean, it's probably not going to hurt that bad to just be a little bit overfilled, so that's good. So we're going to go ahead and drive it and go on my daily commute, peel this fancy thing off there, and go ahead and see how it does. So I just pulled in from work. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be cooler or hotter? Last time it was 120 degrees. Let's see how hot it is this time. Let's climb under here. I'm gonna hold it right up against there. Alright. Right up against it. 116, 115. So are you gonna spend roughly $480, $500 to get like 5 degrees cooler on your diff cover? Probably not. I'd maybe go with like one of the bigger name brands or whatever, but it is cool though. It is a billet diff cover. Nobody else makes a billet diff cover, so it's something to consider. But they're all other ones are cast, and even the Spelab cast ones you can get in a couple different colors other than black. You can only get the billet cover in black. So like maybe in the long run, but if your truck is like mine and it's over 20 years old, does the fluid need changed anyways? Yes. So you should probably just maybe upgrade anyways, just to change the fluid and make it look cool to get a little more out of it. Is it going to make a lot of a difference towing? Who knows? I don't know. I didn't really do that test. So, I mean, is it going to make it last longer? I mean, probably. We changed the fluid and it's keeping it cooler. So I would say yes. So I mean, there is benefits to this, but there's also maybe not enough benefits to justify the cost of it. So that's just my opinion, guys. I hope you really enjoyed the video today, and stay tuned for more videos as you've seen. And make sure you like and subscribe and keep on coming back to the channel, because we got 2 channels now, and this one's just pretty much ripping and truck stuff. So thanks again.